Alright, what's up everybody and welcome to Golden Emperium Season 4 live stream. We are your casters for tonight. This is James.
This is RKM.King.
And yeah, this is day 1 of Golden Emperium Season 4 and we are having JPEG as the defenders of Bright Arbor Castle, which is our golden castle for Golden Emperium Season 4, and Apollo Opus Dei. And I think most wanted is going to be on the attacking side this time around. That's it, guys. We're gonna hide our lovely faces right here and let's get right into the action.
Yeah.
Right, RKM.King, what can you say about what can you say about Golden Emperium Season 4, the castle for GES for this time around?
I think we've had this same castle before, no? During the season 1 of our Golden Imperium. And yes, what I can still remember, this was the Golden Castle in season 1, which is not the, let's say, more relevant or more important castle during the time. Because if you can still remember the rewards for season 1, technically for the Silver Castle is much more prized or wanted in the form of the Silk Card album, which is selective, wherein you can pick uh, the then very important card, Sealed Drake card. That's why, even though Bright Arbor was available for the taking, majority of the skirmish and the fights happened in the Silver Castle. So yeah. So this is a very small castle, no, James, in terms of let's say the important portion of it.
Yeah, basically it's kind of straightforward in a way. This castle, this Bright Arbor Castle. But yeah, Opus Dei and Apollo are going to be on the attacking side this time around as Golden Imperium Season 4 starts. And just a reminder for our viewers, guys, we have a giveaway which we will share the details in a bit later. Our prize will be ROPC merch. So make sure to join the giveaway, guys. It's also announced in game. So make sure to catch the live stream and answer the question that will be asked in this live stream, so that you will have a chance to win RO merch.
Yep.
Alright. Alright.
Yeah. So, James, usually the one who controls the castle at the start of the Golden Imperium event, you know, has the advantage in, let's say, taking over the whole event. So, as opposed to, let's say, the previous seasons, I guess the only time that the castle was, let's say, the relevant castle, if you can still remember, the relevant castle was owned by JPEG during season 1 of the Golden Imperium session. So the first day of the Silver Castle, JPEG owns it, but unfortunately, they lost it against the then, I guess, OD or Most Wanted
Most
Alliance.
wanted. Yep.
Yeah. So this time around for GES4, let's see if JPEG can still, hold on to this castle and, rewrite the, say, the story of a GES4.
Yep.
So that's one of the things that we have to, look forward to.
Yep. And this time around, RKM.King, we rarely see Opus Dei, the Apollo on the attacking side. We usually see them on the defensive side. Especially during GE, Golden Empire Season 2 and Season 3. So this time around, we're gonna see them on the attacking side start the day on the attacking side, which I think is going to be a pleasure to watch right here as they are setting up for the attack. As you can see, some members of Opus Dei just went into scout and it's kind of open. The area here is kind of open, but of course they are using that to their advantage as they will be bombarding this spot with a lot of skills.
Yeah. So one of the, let's say, terrain that that can be taken advantage of. So that spot is actually technically snipeable. So you don't have to show your faces as the defenders. You just have to throw some skills. And hopefully, take down the attackers. So let's see if OD can take on the defense of a JPEG.
And we see a life protector there on the side of Opus Dei and Apollo. They are slowly walking. Oh, there's JPEG just waiting here at the corner. And JPEG will be holding on to this point as Apollo and Opus Dei will try and break this defense. I like this ignition break spam right here. It's just,
Yeah.
it's like you're just watching a meteor. You're watching a meteor fall down and everyone just gets taken out, you know?
Yeah.
As,
We had special effects update, which actually improved most of the skills. So it's just the typical LOV, or the usual triangle spam.
yeah, and wow, actually RKM.King, the defense of JPEG got broken just like that.
Yeah.
And once again, Opus Dei and Apollo will be holding this castle. And it only took them one attack, actually.
Yeah. Took them one attempt.
Just one
Yeah.
attempt to break the defense of JPEG right there. And yeah, we are going to see JPEG on the attacking side again this time around.
So here we are again. It's the same position that JPEG was in for like several seasons. So maybe they just want to be the attackers and not bother defending. So again, we've mentioned this several times now in the previous seasons that it seems like JPEG has like more of an edge when attacking as compared to their defenses, based on their the selection of classes. So most of their characters are actually more on the offensive side. They are not great defensively as compared to what the OD Alliance has. So that has been the consistent difference between the two alliances. Wherein the OD Alliance has more utility, whereas JPEG has more of the offensive physical setup.
Yep. But even though the lineup of Opus Dei and Apollo and Most Wanted is built more for defense, they did a great job in attacking as they took the castle in one try.
Yep.
You know, as JPEG is going to have their first attempt into breaking the defense of Opus Dei right now. As you can see, Land Protector got casted right here on both sides. They are slowly walking. As you can see, the spam of skills there in the middle. On the vacant side, the ignition breaks will get casted by both sides. No one is entering each other's Land Protector for now. Will it connect? Will it connect? If it connects, I think it will be the time where the Rune Knights of JPEG actually goes in. They connected Land Protector in a way as they will go in and attack the defense of Opus Dei right here. Curse Circle will get casted by Opus Dei. Masquerades and the ignition breaks coming from Opus Dei right here. And you can see the member of Opus Dei just taking down the members of JPEG right here on the front. But they still have that backline. And they are not yet done. But Curse Circle will get casted on the side of JPEG once again. Dispels Howling, Cart Revolution to take down that Sorcerer. Tiger Cannons and Curse Circles will land on JPEG right here. RKM.King, what can you say about the defense and attack of both sides?
Yeah. I think OD Alliance has the advantage. I guess, yeah, as you can see, they have different kinds of skills in the form of CN Meteor, SRS, or Civil Ring Storm. So they have a multitude of damage, again, featuring Dorans, of course. So in this scenario, it's hard to bypass it since it's easier to attain 100% resistance against them human, but it's going to be a little bit harder to counter the Dorams. And also, the skill that they're using actually is magic. So if you don't have a GTB, you won't be able to
They
Resist that.
suddenly teleported. Oh, an emergency call coming from a JPEG here on this side. That was a sneaky emergency call coming from JPEG. As Opus Dei, I think, will retreat for now as they got someone snuck up on them. And they will give this Imperium for now. This is what you like to see, RKM.King. The exchange of castles between these two guilds.
Yeah, it's nice to see Dorams hitting the
It's nice to
Imperio.
see that. Just using that stem or whatever, or that
Whatever you call
foxtail,
it.
or that foxtail, whatever that is,
Yeah.
you know, that green jalapeno meteor skill. GG.
Yeah.
All
The
right.
turnover of castle, no? One of the very few
Few,
instances
few
that we have.
times we see it. And Opus Dei is going to prepare for the attack once again with Apollo.
But that was a very sneaky.
That was a sneaky emergency call. Maybe Opus Dei will also pull it off later if they need to. But based on their firepower, I think they will just, brute force their way in.
Mhm.
I think they will be able to take this with, using that sheer brute force later on.
Mhm. Yeah, also James, as you can see in let's say in the engagements, they have spam of Colosseum Hill. So one of the let's say new tech, not necessarily new, but this time around, a lot of priests are actually running that setup wherein they can heal their like whole party unlimited because technically they have 100% I think SP reduction or SP cost reduction,
Mm-hmm.
and of course no cast of a Colosseum Wheel, which makes it let's say harder for the attacking teams to wipe out the party because the damage output of the ignition break in the form of aura blade is not that high. So if you have a consistent source of heal, that's going to offset the kind of damage that those skills, which can bypass uh, the demi-human resistance.
Mm-hmm.
So the heals are actually overwhelming sometimes. But earlier, we also saw those heals to not really work if the priests were easily caught, especially with a sneaky approach like the e-call that JPEG pulled off early. So, yep, one of the very few things that counters that setup because I believe that those priests don't have 100% resistance. So, yeah, instead of killing their teammates, it's important to target to those priests.
Killing your teammates, huh? That's new. Well, actually, we also see a mechanic on the side of Opus Dei right here. I think on JPEG, I don't see a single mechanic getting utilized or a Mado mechanic getting utilized on their side.
Actually, they're back, James. They're back. The Mado mechs are back.
Mm-hmm.
Just because the document merchant plus another record of merchant volume 2. So they regained their previous cooldown reduction. So
Yeah, but they're using the old Mado Gear suit. Come on, use the new one.
I don't know.
We have it. What? Well, if they maybe that's what they like, it's a preference. But yeah, more characters, more classes are getting utilized this time around, as we will see Opus Dei and Apollo on the attacking side right now. We see a lot of frame drops as Opus Dei are going to attack. Mandragora Howling will get casted by Opus Dei right here. Ignition breaks on both sides, actually mostly on the side of JPEG right now, but JPEG will go down as that Opus Dei ignition break is taking down the whole pack of JPEG on the front line. Also, Apollo will just go in. A lot of Rune Knights casting that ignition break, that meteor strike coming from those Rune Knights right now. As you can see, they are taking down the front lines. Opus Dei just slowly going in with their members. I can clearly see them walking in. Ignition breaks, and there, we have a breaker attacking the Imperium right now. What a great attack coming from Opus Dei. That meteor
Oh my
strike.
god.
That meteor strike ignition break from Runites currently. Oh
It's
my goodness.
I don't know. It looks nuclear. It feels nuclear. Completely different from the explosion last season we're in.
Well, I kind of like this subtle meteor strike this time around rather than
Yeah,
the
the
huge
star.
explosion,
Yeah,
because that explosion just takes up your whole screen. You know.
it it feels like it's something close to like Super Saiyan.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It
Mm-hmm.
feels like they're charging up something dangerous.
Yep. And while Opus Dei is on the
Oh my god.
attacking side this time around, let me tell you about the Golden Emperium Season 4 live stream giveaway. Okay, so all you need to do is tune in to Golden Emperium Season 4 live stream. Listen to the question asked by us during the stream and comment your answer along with your IGN and the hashtag Golden Emperium GGH. Two lucky participants per live stream will be randomly selected to win exclusive ROPC merchandise. So what is our question for tonight, RKM King?
Okay, so for our question, how much is the cash prize for the Golden Castle in Golden Imperium Season 4? So, yeah. So we have some changes regarding the rewards.
Mm-hmm.
Again, guys, we have monetary rewards. So, answer the question. Again, use our comment section for that.
Mm-hmm. And JPEG is already inside. We didn't see that as we are talking about the giveaway, as JPEG actually penetrated already the Emp room right now, and it's just an exchange of castles between these two guilds as JPEG will be taking down this Imperium. Where's the Doram hitting that Imperium? Where? I need to see that. I see the Devirucci. But Dorams, we're waiting for it. Maybe on Opus Dei side, maybe on Opus
Yeah.
Dei side, because I'm pretty sure they will be able to take this castle once again. All right.
Well, I guess the one castle setup is, getting the necessary, all this, exchange of castles in the form of this kind of aggression. Because both teams don't have, you don't have to think about your castle being left open for random attacks. So this time around, everyone's
Yeah, the focus is
attention
only on
this
one castle.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And right now we can see Opus Dei just attacking the members of JPEG and Ultra, just using that entrance, or use the portal in the entrance right here. I think Opus Dei is already inside. Maybe they have members already inside. A few members inside. But I think they're not yet set up. They need to set up for their attack, as they will attack the Emp room once again. I can't wait to see that meteor strike ignition breaks from the Runites. And as you can see right here, JPEG is actually using this kind of defense wherein they take this corner, they hold this corner, they wait for other players to enter from, use this land, basically, these cells right here for them to stand. Maybe they can do something. And Opus Dei has a different kind of defense, and usually Opus Dei, I see them just waiting here beside the portal using that collision break, and just tearing down whoever just goes in.
So let's see if there's going to be a turnover of ownership once again. So yeah, still the classes that are that the teams are utilizing actually are technically the same. With the addition maybe of a Magic Doran, because we just had a Cat Choker, or whatever is the name of the item that allows the spam of sea and meteor.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of the, let's say, more relevant items in the previous gacha introductions of the game. So which basically allows a different setup for Doram, because the more popular one is the physical one,
Yep.
which we've seen several times in the
The spear,
previous
right?
seasons. Yeah. So those Dorams has been sniping, sneaky assassins. I think that was season one, no? So the Piggy Peck spam. So we've had that. The jumping Dorams in season 3. So and even in season 2. So this time around we have the magic Doram spamming this skill. So again, we still have the 100% resistance against players. So that means you can still also be 100%. You can still have 100% resist even against Dorams. So, but that is one heck of a setup to achieve.
Yeah, but we have new items this time around.
Yeah,
We have new consumables that they can use actually.
Yeah, which we will introduce later on, since
As Opus Dei
there's an
is
impending attack from Opus Dei. Yeah.
getting ready to attack with Apollo right here. And I think we will see an exchange of castles again this time around.
Yeah, again, Bright Arbor proves to be a bit difficult to defend with the kind of you know, as what you mentioned, being too
Yeah,
straightforward.
it's pretty straightforward. The layout of the castle is pretty straightforward. All you need to do is just walk in. Just walk in.
Yep.
You won't get lost navigating through this castle, and we can see a front slide coming from that mechanic emergency call getting casted here by, was that most wanted? I think that was most wanted casted, that emergency call. Most wanted inside lab protector will get casted on the floor right here. We see some spams of skills. We see some dragons, water breath, heavy rainstorm on the side of Apollo and Opus Dei going in. Someone is trapped right here on the manhole. Ignition brakes will go off here on both sides. Ignition brakes coming from Opus Dei. And the spam of ignition brakes on the side of JPEG as well. They're just waiting for someone to enter their vicinity. They will get damaged as Opus Dei and Apollo are just holding on right now. They still... Oh, they don't have that ignition brake rune knight on the side. And my potions didn't work.
Oh,
I think I got stun lock, but my potions didn't work that time around. But anyway, we're back as this castle is small. You can still see things from this side over brands. I was beside a royal guard actually.
Yeah.
Fatal Menace. And I think there are still members of Opus Dei outside just waiting in Apollo. Let's see. Oh, JPEG finally got that defense intact as Opus Dei and Apollo will go in once again. They're gonna regroup and go in. They haven't used their emergency call yet. We haven't seen them use it yet. Only just on most wanted side. I haven't seen Apollo use that emergency call yet. I haven't seen Opus Dei use that emergency call yet.
Yeah. It feels like it's hard to set up defenses with how this castle is set up, since the attackers are always there. So there's no, rebuffing stations. There's no stations for Mandragora Howling. So it's a completely different castle as compared to what we've seen in the previous seasons.
Well, technically we had this castle in Golden Emperium Season 1, but
Yep.
nobody was here since everyone was eyeing for that silver reward in Season 1. Okay, again guys, for the question for tonight's giveaway, how much is the cash prize for the Golden Castle in Golden Emperium Season 4? Alright, Season 4 introduced that right now is Season 4. Okay, right now is Season 4. Okay, Season 4 introduced only one castle as the castle for Golden Emperium Season 4. And we have a a bit larger price pool compared to the older seasons.
Yeah.
Alright? Again, how much is the cash prize for the Golden Castle in the Golden Emperium Season 4? Comment your answer along with your IGN or in-game name and the hashtag Golden Emperium GGH. Don't forget your IGN and hashtag, guys. Our
Okay,
viewers on Facebook, I think you can. Yeah, you can. I think you can comment there as well.
Yeah, again, the winners will be selected randomly and will be announced after the event, not after the stream, right?
After the event, after Golden
Yeah,
Emperium
after the-
Season 4 ends. Last time, Golden Emperium Season 3, it was announced on Discord and Facebook, and I guess you had to answer a form for you to be able to, claim your
Claim.
rewards. Then I guess an email will follow after that. Alright, Apollo going in right now with Opus Dei. Ooh, someone stepped out of that land protector. As Signature Break will get casted. A lot of skills getting casted in the middle right here. Will this land protector connect? They're tanking the damage right here of the magic classes, and the ignition breaks will go off. Ooh, that ignition break, that one rune knight of Opus Dei got taken down immediately. As we see, more ignition breaks will get casted here. Meteor strikes will go off. We can see some dispels, some masquerades, and some curse circles coming from the side of Opus Dei, and the defense of JPEG is slowly fading away as Opus Dei and Apollo is doing a good job into breaking down the defense right here. More skills getting casted. You can see a piano just walking around. Opus Dei, Ethan Menace, Faint Bomb, Ignition Break, Flying Kick, Ignition Breaks once again, and just the quick attack coming from Opus Dei right here. Flying Kicks will go off. Padracora Howling get casted by Ultra right here just to help out the defense. But I think the defense is now gone as Opus Dei is close into breaking this castle. They just need their breaker right here, and maybe the Doram that uses that Foxtail. Yeah, I think they will be able to break this. JPEG got wiped out here in the Emp Room, and Opus Dei and Apollo will be taking over the castle once again.
Yep. Yeah, there are still stragglers, but I don't think they have the capability to stop this offense. Since the Imperium is being, destroyed right now. So any moment now, we're going to be sent out of this castle. So, yeah. So the difference in approach, I guess, for JPEG and OD is, very visible. I think OD is the only one who, maximizes the use of Colosseum Wheel. Because it's only on their side that it keeps on popping up. So, or I am, or I
We're just
wasn't-
blind. Or we're just blind.
or maybe the source was too far for JPEG. I don't know. But then again, it's going to be a significant, advantage for one side if they're the only ones managing to use that tech. Again, the damage in War of Imperium is reduced. The skills long range damage is reduced as well. And also, these players have 100% resistance, most of them. Since a lot of items, including very new boots in the form of prana. So, one of the,
And before we get into Prana Boots, RKM.King,
Yep.
let's introduce the new items that we have right now from our Golden Emperium Season 4 Flash Sale, RKM.King.
Yep.
So for pack 1, we have the Shining Defense Scroll, Medium Life Potion, Small Life Potion, Small Mana Potion, Mysterious Water, Goyak Pudding, a Dead Scroll, and yeah.
Yeah, for only 300.
For only 300 KP. And Season 2, our Pack 2 will have 10 Almighties, 10 Limit Power Booster, 10 Infinity, 1 Genzo Bean box which contains 30 pieces of Genzo Beans, 3 Undead Scrolls, 10 Yeah, and the 10 siege teleport scroll and 2 guyak pudding 10 bucks. Alright, for pack 3, we have 15 Yang Vine Fruit, 5 Undead Scrolls, 2 Genzubin Bucks, 20 Golem Stone, and 20 Frost Giant Blood, and NFS Siege Resistor Helm. And before we explain what Golem Stone, Frost Giant Blood, and Siege Resistor Helm is, RKM.King, let's move on to pack 4. For pack 4, we have the Reset Skill, Stick, Reset Stone, Yang Vine Fruit, Genzubin Bucks, Golem Stone, Frost Giant Blood, and Siege Resistor King. So, can you tell the viewers more about the Golem Stone and the Frost Giant Blood and the Helm and King?
Yeah. So, the Golem Stone and the... What's the other one?
The Frost Giant's Blood.
Yeah, Frost Giant's Blood. So, those are consumables that can improve your defense and your offense against players. So, they are not that long in terms of duration. But they give ridiculous amounts of resistance. For example, a Golem Stone gives you 50% of this resistance against damage from players. So that simply means it's easier to reach.
Hold on to that other game, King. Someone just walked into that catnip meteorite. It's they got eliminated. That Doram though. That Doram just taking down the stack there. And I think JPEG, we didn't catch that emergency call, but I think JPEG used that emergency call. But I love that meteorite coming from that Doram, just just casting it. Someone just walked in and oop, you're gone.
Yep. So that's why you have to use your Golem Stone. So that's one way to resist magic if you don't have GTB, of course. So again, Doram resistance is hard to come by, so it's a very expensive resist, since I guess the available items in the form of number 2 hat, what else, the Orc Tribes Succession Helm. So so those are an all around sources of resist. Also, we have the Siege Resistor Helm that's introduced in season 4. So those are very interesting set of items. So Siege Resistor Helm and Siege Resistor Manchu, because those two are actually PvP gears that you can also use outside of War of Imperium, since they can combo with Overwhelm armors and temporary boots. So again, there's a list of special effects when comboed with those items. So just check it out, either in the website, I think, or in the Discord. Those things are available. So again, those two equipment, the helm and the Manchu, provides great amount of resist, but requires to be refined. So that's let's say the difference from season 3's number 2 helm or number 2 headgear, which does not require any refinement level. So you simply buy it, wear it. But this time around, the new Siege Resistor helms and Manchu can also be used in PvE setting. So let's say you're just new in GGH and you don't still have say a myriad of item selections. So this can be a nice introduction in the form of an NFS gear that you can basically just buy through KP. So you don't have to play gacha in it. It's simply technically a free item in the form of how much is it? 2,500 KP. Because basically, if you try to compute the total of those packs, the 50 times Nyang Vine Fruit technically covers the 2.5. So yeah, the rest is free. Same goes for the Golden Emperium Season 4 pack number 4, which consists of reset sticks. So those are very expensive cash up items that bundled with great PvP consumables in the form of Golem Stone and the Frost Blood. So
for those answering the giveaway, guys, don't forget the hashtag and your IGN. Alright, Opus Dei and Apollo are in for the attack right now. Let's see. we see that Sura just going in, and I am getting damage heavily. Underwater Holly, Card Revolution getting casted right here. The stack is cursed circled by Opus Dei. Ignition brakes will go off.
James,
That
your HP is sticking.
that meteor, and I am not moving. I am not moving, but I am spamming my potions, and you can see the amount of destruction that's happening right now on our screen, guys. That's the amount that everyone is feeling if you don't have that resistance. So resistance is important, as ignition brakes will still go off on the side of Apollo and Opus Dei right here. And we see a Piki Pick. That Doram will get taken down. Curse Circle will get casted by JPEG. Apollo is going to regroup, I guess. Severe Rainstorm. Do we see someone here on the side? No, JPEG knows that if they leave that side open, they can use, or Opus Dei and Apollo can use that strategy against them. Just using that emergency call, just sneaking your way in and breaking that Imperium RKM.King.
Yeah, at the very least, JPEG hold this time around. Because earlier they were not able to, contain the offense of OD. So let's see if OD can do something about it. So it feels like JPEG was able to set up their defenses a little bit better this time around. So they're basically waiting for the area we're in the previous, or should I say JPEG previously used their e-call as well. So they're being careful.
Being cautious, yeah.
Because that's how they managed to, use their emergency call earlier. So, yeah. But then again, let's not discount this regroup from OD. Because earlier, I don't think they are really that serious in those attacks.
They have an attacking squad already in the Emperor, but they still have members outside.
Yep.
Maybe they're waiting for members of JPEG to go in, like what they're doing now, just tearing down whoever goes in. And I on the first attack, we saw more Runites on the side of Opus Dei and Apollo. So maybe this time around, the Runites would also join in on the battle. We see some Runite Flower right here, just hidden. Ignition brakes will go off. Opus Dei is going to try and break the defense of JPEG right here, right now. Cart Revolution and Ignition Brake on the side of Opus Dei. JPEG is countering with their own Ignition Brakes, but they have that Masquerade weakness. Urge Escape, Masquerade Ignorance on the side of Opus Dei as well. Fatal Menace will get casted here by JPEG, and someone got divested right here. JPEG still using that Ignition Brake. You still see members of Opus Dei just keeping their stack alive right here. Soul Expansion will get casted. They try to take down the backlines of JPEG right here. Ignition Brakes will get casted as those Rune Knights are just tearing down the stack right here. But that Rune Knight just gave up on this Sorcerer right here right now, as Opus Dei will keep their members right here. Members of JPEG actually can't go in that easily if Opus Dei is defending this spot. But I think some of them are kinda AFK at the moment. They made the stack, they made a group just to go in together. Ignition Brakes will get casted. Nobody wants to go in. Nobody from JPEG wants to pass this side. Just looking at that Ignition Brake getting casted on this choke.
Oh my god. Yeah, the combination of Shadow Chaser plus Ignition Brake RK is still a very deadly combo, a very deadly duo. So basically, everything will be stripped. So again, regardless if you're not stripped, you still get damage from Aura Bleed's guaranteed damage or fixed damage. So yeah. Also, I think the new items for the RKs kind of help them in terms of the casting. So Document Swordsman, one of kind item, especially for Ignition Brake. So it technically removes the VCT or variable casting portion of Ignition Brake. So basically allows the RK to properly distribute their stats and not focus on being a caster. So it's
Mhm.
either because in the past they are required to either invest more in Dex and Int to gain
That
uh,
reduction, yeah.
the low cast setup, or wear variable cast time with reduction gears, which hampers their total performance in terms of damage and overall bulk. But this time around, with the introduction of Document Swordsman, they are now able to
Mhm.
perform better in terms of casting that ignition break,
Mhm.
which will obviously lead to them wearing FCT reductions, which can technically counter the Mandragora Howling that kept on killing the Ignition Break RKs in the past. So yeah, new items, new setups, I guess, for the RKs. So still, I think Wings of Asmodeus is still a good item for the reduction of cooldown. But then again, Document Swordsman basically allows you to, wear an offensive or or a
Mhm.
defensive setup, and that
Yeah,
as a caster.
yeah, and
Yeah.
reduce to break your stats to anything else other than stats you cannot really use
Mm.
for the
True.
most part, or would not boost your damage. Basically, this time around with the new items, they can focus on they're distributing their stats to to stats that they really need.
Mhm. True, true.
Mm-hmm. Okay, psychic waves. They're just holding this point right now. Arm cannons. Polo got caught in that manhole. Curse circle coming from Opus Day. Psychic waves will get casted, and JPEG is just trying to go in and regroup on the Emp room right now. Opus Day and Apollo, I think, are still regrouping outside, and they will go in together in a bit. Ignition breaks will take down members of JPEG or Ultra, just holding that spot right here. I think the entrance is also a great spot to defend RKM.King.
Ah, yeah.
The entrance, that there are choke points there at the entrance where you can defend. Actually,
Mm.
this spot is also one spot you can defend if you have members. But again, you don't want to get caught in a small choke point because ignition breaks will hurt. They will hurt. This spot is also viable. Mhm.
Well,
Yeah,
those classes.
depends on how
They,
players utilize, I guess, or
yeah.
groups, guilds strategize.
Yeah, speaking of classes, no. Speaking of items, Shadow Chasers technically receive a lot of new items to improve their gameplay in terms of uh, their stats. I think they have more stats now as compared to in the past, because I think they got Gutoneria, they got uh, I think we still have a Guardian Helm, which is a mid gear that can be comboed with Kingsmith, armor and Mansu. I guess those still boost stats further. And also with the introduction of striking Mikoshi, striking mail, and striking shoes, you'll get a lot of stats. So this time around, if you encounter a Shadow Chaser wearing specific gear that boosts their dex, their id, their agi, just pray
Yeah,
that RNG, yeah, works against them, because it's going to be a lot easier for them to basically remove your shield,
yeah,
yeah, and inflict abnormal status on you. So
yeah. I think if you have 100% resistance on your equipment, if you got stripped of your shield or any other
yeah,
armor piece, the introduction of golem stones will actually help you survive a bit more.
survive.
Mhm. Because golem stones are 50% what's that, player reduction, right? Player
Player, yeah,
reduction.
player reduction.
As Opus Day is going, get to see that in the stress. Is that spear dynamo? They're trying to connect that land protector. We see some catnip into right getting casted here on the open X side. Ignition breaks, fire block, ignorance on the members of a JPEG right here. They're trying to take down this Shadow Chaser. As you can see, that ignition break rune knight will go in and cast cart revolution, so will get casted right here. And ignition brakes are going off on the side, on both sides actually, as the land protectors have connected. Ignition brakes will go off. Magnetic Earth still getting casted on the floor, just recasting it to make sure it doesn't go away. Coliseo heals coming from the side of Apollo, just making sure their members survive. Severe rainstorm will get casted right here. Members of JPEG are falling down right now, but we lost the member of the Rune Knight of Opus Dei, just attacking the side of JPEG right here. And that, I think that Shadow Chaser will get taken down. Ignition brakes will get casted still by that Stormy Knight, Rune Knight, by on the side of JPEG.
The transformation scrolls are actually insane, James.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of adds another layer of entertainment,
Mm-hmm.
because especially for something like that, no? Stormy Light spamming ignition brake with the new special effects, kind of nice to see. Because in the previous, let's say, patch, it's hard to identify the skills that were being thrown at you. So well, there was even an argument wherein it might be better to turn off the effects
Mm-hmm.
just so you can see stuff. But this time around, it's flashy. It's, let's say, fun, but at the same time, it does not impede your or the visuals of what's happening around you. So
Yeah,
yeah.
some things became a little subtle, like the effects, and
Yeah.
it became more flashy in a way that it's subtle, that it doesn't, yeah, like what you said, distract or just basically add visual clutter to your screen. So even if, like you could say, ignition brake gets casted right here. Previously, the ignition brakes getting casted, it will cover up the whole model of the Rune Knight.
Not
So-
just the Rune Knight, no?
Yeah, not just the Rune Knight. Basically, everyone beside that Rune Knight, everything gets covered up. But this time around, with the new visual effects, that ignition brake, you can see stuff happening now. Like the
Yeah,
Varieteer
psychic-
Spear, the Psychic
yeah.
Wave. Yeah, everything is kind of nice.
Yeah. So I guess let's see +1 for the entertainment value. Because again, as an observer, it's hard to to watch in the past, especially if you've seen a lot of triangles from both
The triangles.
Fatal Menace, from both Fatal Menace and what's the other skill? From Warlocks. Soul Expansion. So
Mhm.
yeah. So this time around, it's a little bit subtle.
Yeah,
but
you
more-
don't see a lot of visual clutter. Basically, you can see things better even with effects on. And I think
Yeah.
that became better for us and the viewers. They don't need to have effects off. Probably the players as well. They don't need to have effects off for them to see anything. They can see exactly what's happening at the time that it's happening. Ignition brakes will get casted right here as Opus Dei is going for the attack. That attack, no magnetic earth on the floor right here. Ignition brakes will get casted as JPEG is getting caught by the attack of Apollo and Opus Dei. They are slowly going inside, and JPEG wasn't ready for that attack, that quick attack coming from Opus Dei and Apollo. And I think this castle will be broken. The backlines have been penetrated right here. Emergency call? Nope, not yet. Not yet, as we see an emergency call coming from the JPEG right here. But if they're not ready, they will get taken out really quickly. Cart Revolution, ignition brake. No one is ready for that emergency call. Ignition brakes will cast, curse circles will land on the players right here. Dragon's Walder's Breath. And now the Emperor has been conquered by Opus Dei and Apollo.
Yeah. So it was a nice emergency call, but unfortunately there's an RK
Uh-huh.
from the OD Alliance that was able to position himself in a very a good spot to eliminate a lot of the targets using his ignition brake.
Mhm.
So that's
Ooh.
one of the problems in this area. No?
RKM.King. They're
Yeah.
they're hostaging the Emperor. They're not breaking it. They
So
are
maybe
not breaking it.
maybe they got tired of the back and forth.
Uh-huh. Yeah, but the thing is, again, RKM King, um, what the benefit for JPEG is that they can use that flag warp to quickly go in. Those are the benefits. But uh, the thing is for Opus Dei and Apollo, if their members go down, they will need to travel. They will need to walk all the way from the entrance going to the Emp room just to help out their team. And I think that's
Yeah,
a
but
good thing, just taking the castle hostage. That's a strategy that's very viable. We've seen it a lot of times getting utilized. And
actually last season,
mhm,
yeah, last season it was utilized as well. So basically holding on to it and allowing another allied guild to take over it. So as what what someone mentioned to me
mhm,
in the previous season, James, now they allowed the ally guild to break it. Then afterwards they kick the that guild from the alliance, allowing the uh, owners to take over the Imperium.
mhm.
So one way to hostage the Imperium in this kind of setup. So it was not new, I guess, to both guilds. So with the back and forth, I guess OD decided to put a stop to it in the form of hostaging the Imperium. So
Yeah.
let's see if JPEG can do something about it, because still they're the ones holding they're the
They're
owners
the
of the
owners. They're the
castle.
owners of the
As what
castle.
you mentioned, they still have the advantage of utilizing the
The
flag
flag.
warp, which allows them to return faster as compared to the defending alliance. So
And Opus they already
let's.
used their emergency call when they defended.
Mhm.
But I think it's still not. It's still on cooldown. I guess it will be available in about 3 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. The ignition breaks will get casted right here if the defense of JPEG, or rather Opus Dei, gets penetrated right here by JPEG. The thing is, for JPEG, they still need to heal that Imperium. And Apollo and Opus Dei, they just need to break it for for members of a JPEG to be kicked out. Basically, that's why a lot of them are stacking here in this M area. A lot of them are stacking here so that they won't be able to quickly push in, even if they get the front lines. The back lines won't be able to, or the back lines won't be pushed out very quickly. Severe rainstorm. That's a turn now. Getting casted. Opus Dei still holding their ground right here against JPEG. JPEG, I think, is already out of the Emp room. We still see a few members right here, but I think it's time for a regroup on the side of JPEG. They need to attack with their fellow guild Ultra.
Yeah, this time around, it's not going to help if you're going to attack individual, because there's still that factor wherein OD can basically just break the Imperium once they are, once they bypass the defenses. So I think earlier I saw OD starting to, reduce the HP of the Imperium. So anytime soon, I guess things will basically unfold, or there will be change in ownership. So let's see if JPEG can force that to happen.
But from what I can see, the JPEG hasn't regrouped that well yet. They don't have that sorcerer to use that magnetic earth on the floor. They don't have, a lot of members basically. They're just attacking blindly. They just want to scout blindly right now. And as you can see, that severe rainstorm is causing severe spikes in my frames right now, RKM King. As
Yeah.
JPEG is still trying to hold where they stand right now. As Opus Dei will push them out. Ignition breaks will get casted. Ignition breaks will follow as well on the side of JPEG. But Opus Dei already has the upper hand since they're already there. They have those buffs. They have those skills getting casted against JPEG right here, but I think this side won't be able to. Yeah, this side won't be able to reach the portal if you are here in the backline. So if you want to reach the backline, you need to be on, this area.
Yeah, severe rainstorm causing severe spikes because
Mhm.
that skill technically stays on the floor and you can actually recast it now. So the cooldown is basically zero with the right equip. So you can basically drop as many severe rainstorms as you want as long as your arrows can hold it. So
Mhm.
yeah, that's why we have this purple animation that shows that kind of torrential downpour
Yeah,
of arrows.
guys, it's unlimited cast basically. It's not unlimited arrows. You can cast it anytime you want as long as you have SP and as long as you have arrows, guys. You can cast as much as you want. And that's what Opus Dei is doing right here. Opus Dei and Apollo. Same goes for the other skills. They're quite spammable this time around. Margora how they get casted, and some of them just took that no cast to the next level. Not a lot of them getting affected by that Mandragora howling, as what we can see right here, RKM.King.
Yeah. So again, people are not prepared against
Mm-hmm.
those tactics. No, they're basically gimmicky, but at the same time, they are really effective against unsuspecting players. So yeah. So again, it might sound gimmicky, but at the same time, it's really effective as what season 3 actually showed us. So yeah, with the preparation of one season, I guess people learned their lesson. So
Mm-hmm.
again, with the amount of stats as well that's available with some of the items that enter the game. So again, those items are also PvP related items, which made assisting this item or this skill a little bit easier
Mm-hmm.
as compared to in the past.
Yep. And right now, JPEG is having a hard time into just going inside or penetrating this emperor. We got as far as to walking here at the second corner or second edge of the emperor. But
The Mandragora Howler was affected by Mandragora Howling.
mm-hmm, crazy vines. I think we saw an emergency call getting casted somewhere. Oh, emergency call getting casted here at the side. But there was an ignition break rune knight just attacking their stack earlier. Now he was taken down and JPEG is getting ready for the attack. But the stack of Apollo and Opus Dei are in the Emp Room, and Opus Dei, I think, finally decided to break the castle as JPEG will save up for another emergency call.
Yep. So again, the equal was the catalyst. So
Mhm.
it basically forced OD to give up the hostage situation. So
RKM.King, it usually is. I think it usually is for
yeah.
scenarios where you hostage a castle. If
Hmm.
someone uses emergency call and you see that your defense is not enough to actually
Hmm.
stop the attackers, it's time for you to break it and set up your defense more effectively this time, or set up your
Yep.
defense again. Because this time around, when JPEG attacked, it took them like multiple tries,
Hmm.
not just one try compared to how the exchanges were earlier. It took them multiple tries this time. So the defense of Opus Dei and Apollo is getting better right here, and JPEG is going to need another strategy for them to be able to break this more effectively.
That's the story. No? In specifically in season 3, wherein one guild was winning, or basically it's still in a standstill situation wherein there's a turnover of ownership of the castle. Then one guild or one alliance will have an adjustment that the other or the opposing alliance should answer. But this time around, I guess it will take JPEG
Mm-hmm.
maybe another hour to figure out what to do with this kind of approach. Because this also happened to them way back in S3, where it took them quite some time to figure out the adjustments from the OD Alliance.
Mm-hmm.
So again, 1 hour is still a very reasonable time to figure things out. But uh, we're still back in the, let's say, the status quo in terms of the attacking and the defending side.
Mm-hmm.
So still OD proving to us they're the better defensive alliance. And let's see if JPEG's offense can threaten the defense that OD's been leaning on for the past several seasons.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, for this season of Golden Emperium, again, we only have one castle, and that's the Golden Castle. And the prize, the cash prize got increased, basically. So for the question for the giveaway, guys, how much is the cash prize for the Golden Castle in Golden Emperium Season 4? Comment your answer along with your IGN and the hashtag Golden Emperium GGH. Don't forget your IGN and the hashtag, guys. It will be collected, basically. Someone's collecting it now. And it will be, the winners will be announced at the end of Golden Emperium Season 4. The event itself, not the live stream.
Yep.
Alright.
Again, ROPC merch.
ROPC merch. And if you haven't, if you don't have one yet, now's the best time to actually get one.
Guys, these are real items. Real life items.
Oh my gosh, look at this. Look at this, RKM.King. Look at this. That spam of Severe Rainstorm and that ignition braking meteor strike. You can see, I don't know, it's scary. It's scary to walk. It's scary to walk past by, the spam skills of these two teams. Ignition brakes will get casted on both sides. JPEG is barely holding on to their players right here, as some of them are getting eliminated by that Severe Rainstorm. And we see one member of Opus Dei using that ignition brake on the stack of JPEG. They are a little bit staggered right here. Dragon's Water's Breath will take down the members of JPEG as well on the back line. And JPEG will need to regroup once again if they want to break this Emperor. And now, Opus Dei and Apollo have set up their defenses right here, where JPEG usually uses that emergency power.
Again, the adjustments from OD proving to be a little bit more effective as compared to the previous attack pattern from JPEG. So again, the emergency call, the sneaky approach JPEG has been utilizing for the past hour. Let's say it has been properly neutralized by Opus Dei with how they employ their defenses in the the few minutes that came by. So let's see if JPEG can be creative enough to find a way to challenge this Opus Dei defense.
And I think they already have experience. They've been doing this for what? This is the 4th season already that they're doing this. That JPEG is on the attacking side and Opus Dei is on the defensive side. Alright. For those entering the giveaway, don't forget the hashtag Golden Emperium GGH, or else your entry won't be counted.
They provide an actual IGN, guys.
IGN and your... Also, make sure to remember your IGN, guys. Make sure you remember the IGN that you put in the form. For the form. Alright? I think a form will be given at the end for the announcement of winners. If you don't know your IGN, I don't know. If you use the wrong IGN, I don't know.
Better
That's
take a screenshot of your entry.
yeah. Maybe you're going to be the winner. You know. Okay, guys, this is not the only live stream that you can enter. Basically, the more live streams you watch and join the giveaway, the more chances of winning. All right. And before we go into the Golden Emperium Season 4 packs, once again, RKM King, we only have 56 minutes on the clock before Golden Emperium Season 4 Day 1 ends as JPEG is going to attack once again and try to penetrate the defense of Opus Dei Magnetic Earth on the floor right here. I think it's going to connect anytime soon. We see some arrow storms and some manual attacking rangers right here. Ignition brakes will get casted. We see some captive meteorite, magnetic earth. Ignition brakes on the back line here of JPEG, or rather Opus Dei, and Curse Circle will land on JPEG right here as that severe rainstorm is going to cause chaos and damage to the stack here, or the attackers, JPEG. And we see a lot of rune lights on the side of JPEG actually, RKM2.
This is their trademark.
A whole lot of rune knights.
Yeah.
And yeah, Pikipek. Ooh, that rune knight will go down. That these Dorams are doing work, you know. Pikipek. We will see maybe some meteorites later on. Masquerade Ignorance, Gloomy, kasi Divest. And Apollo and Opus Dei doing a good job into holding that defense right now in this castle. Ignition brakes will get casted. Arm cannon. Oh, we see a mechanic now on the side of JPEG. Ignorance. JPEG slowly moving closer to that, you know, intersection. I don't know what this is called. This U-turn. This U-turn. All right. They're slowly getting closer as you know, JPEG used that emergency call, I guess, here on this side. And they will be moving in. They don't have that magnetic earth on the floor to prevent them from getting spammed by skills. Ignition brakes by Apollo. A lot of them will go down. And ignition brakes, the Rune Knights of Apollo will attack and take down the members of JPEG right here. I think the players of JPEG weren't ready for that emergency call, RKM King. I think they weren't ready. They just weren't ready for that emergency call, and when that emergency call landed, a lot of them were just standing.
I guess it happens, no? Because it's just, an hour away from the finish or the end of the session. So maybe people are not that focused right now. But I think they're just exploring on how to attack this current defense. Yeah, but what piqued my attention was the mechanics, wearing the old robot, Mado. I was wondering if they're returnees, that they don't know that they exist. A new sprite of
maybe
Mado.
maybe they just wanted to use the old one. That's their preference, because some of them are transforming anyway. Maybe they just want to look their part of being a mechanic.
Yeah.
As JPEG will go in once again. I think the defense of Poland Opus Dei wasn't set here on this area earlier. That's why JPEG got closer right now. But ignition brakes will get casted once again on both sides. Masquerades, dispels will go off, and we see some, some performers getting taken down on the back line of JPEG. Arm cannon is going to miss right here. Some of them are not moving as JPEG is getting closer to that Emperium. And I think Opus Dei and Apollo will give this castle away for now, and they will take it back later. RKM King, we still have 51 minutes on the clock for Golden Emperium Season 4, Day 1.
Oh, another turnover. No? So
Another
at least
turnover.
They were able to bypass the defenses. Oh,
Stop.
okay.
Oh,
So they might be employing the same
Hostage.
hostage taking scenario.
yeah, hostage strategy. We just saw that. Stop. Ooh, okay.
Well, James, in fairness, no, they actually stopped.
Yeah. At the exact moment when that pub, well, at least they were listening. Maybe they're on Discord or something. They were all listening, you know?
Yeah, it's weird that they s- they actually stopped. So yeah, I've seen different
Okay, RKM King. Based on my experience in playing War of Imperium, if someone says stop, they don't stop.
Yeah, they don't stop.
They just keep on
I've-
going, you know? They want
Yeah.
they want their name to be there. They want to be the one to break the castle, you know?
It was bizarre. No, I've seen that situation multiple times in my life. Uh, I think it is one of the very few times.
I think before way back years before RKM King, when it was Philippine Ragnarok
Yeah.
Hero, Philippine Ragnarok Online, I think your name would be announced as well if you're the one who
Yeah,
broke the castle.
Yeah, true, true.
So like they want their name to be announced. Some of them. And some of them, if they said stop or they're gonna do the hostage strategy, basically, what do you call this? That name that pops out won't get no salary from the guild leader or something. Because he broke the strategy, broke the castle. I don't know. A lot of different stuff. I have seen a lot of different things happen in our row.
Yep. So this time around, I guess JPEG decided to play this kind of strategy game.
Mm-hmm.
So in the past, they're more inclined to brute forcing stuff. So let's see if again this works for them. So this is not how they usually play. So for those who don't know, and for those who are with us for the past several seasons, you know that this is not in their playbook. So they never employ such tactics. So yeah, maybe this castle actually helped JPEG
Oh
decide
my goodness!
it is going to be possible.
It's just a rainstorm
Yep, pillars of fire and purple.
and purple, huh? Purple
Yep.
meteorites and just the explosions, you know, ignition break explosions. And JPEG is just holding off. Opus Dei and Apollo are trying to penetrate the defenses of JPEG right now.
Even Arrows Front have better visuals this time around. You can see it, but again, that's what you mentioned. It's subtle, but it's there. You know it's there. So unlike before, that
Even Overbrand actually. Look at Overbrand.
come on, man. I think Overbrand is they spent a month's worth of budget for that skill. So whoever made that skill or whoever employed this special effects upgrade, I think, has an RG main. So
Overbrand. It looks really nice.
yeah.
It looks really nice. Now who will be a Sura and use that what do you call this? That howling.
Lions.
Lion's howl. Who will
Yeah,
use
Lion's
that? That's a different effect, you know? That's a different effect.
Well, let's wait for Devil's Hand to arrive for people to actually use Lions Howl. But then again, James, it doesn't matter if the skill doesn't do enough damage as long as the visuals are great, I guess. It's going to be part of the arsenal of the player. So it's not just a costume. It's also about the visual effects from the skills.
Mm-hmm.
So, because in War of Imperium, where costumes are basically removed. So what's left, I guess,
Well,
are some,
most of them,
yeah, most
but
of them.
yeah, but still there are costumes that you can actually see and wear, like those limited
Yeah,
edition
they are paid, Jace. They paid for that. Let them wear it.
that limited edition paintings. I think
Yeah,
also
from the collabs.
the
Yeah,
I think also the DGH multiverse costume you can actually see it as well.
yeah,
Also the dragon. Well, basically the collab costumes you can see.
yeah. The paid content is there.
At least you can see some costumes. Even the footprints. You can see the footprints.
Yeah.
If you're wearing footprints, if your costume has footprints of whatever, either from the Kung Fu Panda collaboration or the How to Train Your Dragon collaboration,
Mm-hmm.
uh, yeah, you can see it in
Mm-hmm.
War of Imperium basically.
Yeah, the Solid Enchanted Stones that provides visual effects actually provides another layer of, you know, uh, customized life approach in War of Imperium.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And look at
yeah.
this. Look at the effects right here. All right. Apollo, Opus Dei, going in, slowly breaking the defense. Ignition breaks will get casted. We also see some vacuums, some Dragon's Breath will get casted, Masquerades, Divestments. Ignition breaks on both sides, but Apollo and Opus Dei will lose a lot of their members right here as JPEG is just holding on to their spot in the defense. And their defense is kind of working right now, RKM.King. Their defense right here, especially when they decided to do that hostage situation
Mm.
for this castle. Now Opus Dei, oh, the defense, I take that back, RKM.King. They fell back. The defense of JPEG fell back. Now they are going to the Emp room. Some snaps will get casted by Natsura to quickly go in. Ignition breaks from Crazy Vines. And will they break it? And yes,
Oh yeah.
they will break the Imperium right now as JPEG will have another round of defense in this castle.
Yeah. Strategical break, as
Maybe.
what we call it. So, yeah, it's
The only
either.
failed hostage RKM.King is when you fail to break the Imperium.
That's why
I've
it's
seen it.
important.
I've seen it. I've done it. You don't want it.
Yeah, that's why you have to reduce the HP. So
Mhm.
that's why you have to take note of the HP. So again, the damage is not so, but you're basically dealing one damage per hit.
Mhm.
Basically plan ahead, not just execute a strategy that you have no business doing. But this time around, I guess JPEG was prepared because they have their breakers set up
Mhm.
to reset the defense. So let's see if OD can challenge this defense and
Mhm.
repeat what they did earlier.
Yep. And as Opus Dei and Apollo are regrouping right now, RKM.King, let's talk about the Golden Emperium Season 4 Last Jail.
Yep. So we have Golden Imperium Season 4 Pack 1. So basically contains 10 Shining Defense Scroll, Medium Life Potions, Soul Potions, more Mana Potions, Mysterious Water, Guyak Pudding, of course, and Undead Scroll. So again, those Undead Scroll boxes will give you, Elemental Undead in your armors. So which basically provides Unfrozen and, resistance to Stone Curse. And on top of, if you have 100% resist against players, you don't have to be afraid of the Adoramus damage. So, because Adoramus does not bypass player resistance. Also, pack number 2 provides Almighty, Power Booster, Infinity, power, Genzu Beans, Undead Scrolls, Siege Teleport Scrolls,
and guyak pudding. So again, these items can be used outside of War of Imperium, especially those almighty. It can help you in your leveling in your MVP hunts. So again, you can still buy them. They are basically cheap, just for 750 KP. Also, S4 pack number 3, which contains Nyang vines, which are very, very tasty. 50 times. You can use that for
Tasty.
a month's, yeah, a month's worth of leveling and farming. So it's up to you to, maximize it. Especially today, we have 200% XP boost and 25% more drop rate. So yeah, make good use of it. Of course, you have your Golem Stone, Frost Giant's Blood. Of course, the NFS Siege Resistor Helm. So again, for those who still don't have, a PvP headgear, you can basically purchase this and use it for the next event. Or maybe you can use it against the monsters, because the resistance it provides against normal monsters and the combo with Overwhelm armors, which are very cheap. You can utilize it as well outside of War of Imperium. And of course, the last pack number 4, that contains the reset sticks, of course, reset stones. Again, those are very expensive items. To, on top of your 30 times Nyang Vine Fruit, plus, of course, the Gensu Beanbag that works as or like your Yggdrasil berries, but gives you less mana, but spammable. So, yeah, you have your Golem Stones for player resist and your Frost Giant's Blood for player damage. And of course, your Siege Resistor Cape that can be comboed with your Temporal Boots. So for those who still, wants to utilize their Temporal Boots and their King Schmidt's accessories, again, that's one cheap item for 6,500. Because basically, you're paying for the consumables and not for the item itself. So you can convince yourself that you're paying for the reset sticks, but then again, you can still get your Manchu in the form of Siege Resist or Cape.
And the Gensu Bean box actually contains 30 pieces of Gensu Bean per box. Gensu Bean, basically, it's a superb fish slice light.
Yeah.
You could say it's a superb fish slice light because it only gives 50% SP.
Yeah,
Alright.
press it twice. press it twice to
for
give you
SP.
100%.
But it doesn't give you back your HP. But again, if you're only looking for HP and you consume only a little of your SP, then this is the perfect item for you. You can use it for War of Imperium, for PvP situations, or just merely for leveling or for instances. You can use that. Just bring it with you, I guess.
Yeah, for emergency situations, you can use that. So it's spammable. So for example, you encountered an earthquake, so you can basically use that in between the pulses. So you just have to get good in pressing your Gensu Bean. So, yeah. A very nice set of consumables plus items in our season 4 pack. So again, I think that's been the theme of our GE season pack.
And for
You're
the
getting-
for the Dead Scrolls RKM King, again, if you don't have 100% resistance, I suggest don't use it, as we have in PvP. Basically, don't use it in PvP, as we have players using Adoramus all the time, and we have the damage based archbishops, and Adoramus damage is not a joke.
Yeah.
It's not a
It's
joke.
ridiculous right now.
And basically they can spam it also. Not like this kind of spam, but they can spam it.
Yeah, gone are the days wherein your priest simply sits on one side of the map and ask for attention.
No, priests are not heal bots now. They are basically a full-on support, S-class support.
Yeah, holy
Yeah.
mages, I guess.
Uh-huh.
The best or the better term for it, I guess. Holy mage. So they're basically dishing out holy property magic. Well, if you're wearing record of Acolyte Volume 1 and 2, you can still have access to Hell Inferno, which can give you access to a fire plus shadow property magic, which counters obviously the holy property targets. So again, giving yourself more options against holy property targets. So yeah, so those are the things that
let's say, kind of new in the server. They've been existing, but the recent introduction of items, especially with the spammability of those skills, they are now competitive in terms of DPS. Yeah. So you feel free to pick your DPS class now. Even Wanderers are terrifying.
Yeah, look at the spam.
defeats.
Look at this spam. Wanderers or Maestros, you can basically finish instances
Yeah,
on your
support
own.
too.
Gone are the days when they are just supports. They are not just
Yeah.
supports now.
Yeah. In the past, they're basically floor mats, no? Carpeting their skills
Yeah,
for yeah.
but now
This-
it's not the case.
Yeah. If you visit by 3 for those who are listening, you can see a lot of severe rainstorm users leeching those peasants using their very expensive and arrow intensive uh, graphics eating skill in the world.
Yeah,
Severe rainstorm.
I do think severe rainstorm is great for leveling as well, and arrows are they're not that expensive, I guess. I guess a proper weight management can.
Just put 120 dex, James. I want 120 dex, 120 strength.
Basically, that's it. You can. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
leveling
And
isn't
play-
that hard nowadays.
Yeah.
RKM, especially with the new update. While we're waiting for Opus Dei and Apollo to attack, the new update previously introduced the
Well
level
done.
100
Yeah.
XP improvement, basically. Some of them said that it reduces your board quest or your world bounty quest by like 2 times, which is per level, and that's actually a huge thing.
Yeah. So it helps, especially during periods of struggle. I think most levels between 85 to or 80 to 90 or 92, I guess. I forgot the exact level, but there's a specific portion in your leveling that's going to feel really bad, especially for non-AoE classes.
Yeah,
So-
actually from level 80 to level 99, or rather level 92.
Yeah, I think it's around 90.
Yeah, from level 80 to level 92, it feels really bad to level up. Oh, and they almost got in along with Apollo, and they're almost there. And I'm having
You
trouble
have to
navigating.
leave that spot.
Okay, and Opus Dei, some of their members are already inside, but the defense is still here. But I think in a little while, they'll be able to take over this Emproom, as we only have 33 minutes left. We weren't able to commentate that much on what happened, though, but it was pretty straightforward. They went in to attack. Ignition breaks, severe rainstorms were there getting casted, but Opus Dei and Apollo just zoomed their way in. Some of them just focused directly on the back line of a JPEG, and some of them were stuck in the front line, just making sure to take down those rune knights using that ignition break. And and I think this time around, Opus Dei and Apollo will be able to take this castle, but I think they're not planning to break it yet. They're going to do that hostage strategy once again, RKM King.
Well, let's wait for the actual, offense from OD, because I don't know if they can secure this castle yet.
Where were they? They got taken out, or maybe they said it's not time yet. Because
basically
they
the
were-
stragglers from
They were
They-
kind of overwhelming the area earlier. They were kind of overwhelming the area earlier. That's why I thought it would be it for the castle and JPEG needs to regroup outside. But
Yeah.
not entirely true, as Opus Day and Apollo will be the ones regrouping outside this time around and go in for another attack. Maybe they're timing it, RKM King. Maybe they're timing it for the perfect moment because we still have 30 minutes remaining in this day 1 of Golden Imperium Season 4. They still have a lot of time, basically.
Yeah.
Enough
30 minutes.
for 5 or 6 emergency calls if you're maxing it out.
Well, let's see if we'll see another hostage situation, or if they want to, maximize the time for setting up their defenses. So it's up to them on how to manage the remaining time. Because technically, the time is not that lacking, but it's not that plenty as well. Because a few misstep, a few uh, failed sieges, you can basically burn your time, and yeah, you still have to defend it. So it's either you take it now and defend it, or you go for a last minute push, which proves to be a little bit difficult because the defenses have been properly placed, and I think both guilds are now, or were able to identify the areas that they have to secure.
And right now, Opus Day just tried to go in and basically JPEG was ready for them. Edition Race are going to hold them off the ground. They actually backed down and retreated for a few steps. And Falcon Assaults will get casted right here by Rangers just to tear down the HP of the players on the back line. And why Falcon Assault, RKM King?
Yeah, Falcon Assault basically ignores resist. So it's a neutral attack and doesn't have that much damage in terms of let's say damage ceiling as compared to other skills. But since it bypasses resistance, it allows the players to basically burn resources from a specific target. It's a single target skill, so it's not as overwhelming as Ignition Break. But then again, if you're targeted with Falcon Assault, I think 4 or 5 Falcon Assaults can kill. So yeah, very strong skill, single target. Very limiting as well for the user. It's not that great in terms of AoE or multi-target.
And
sieges.
Apollo has casted the emergency call. Opus Day and Apollo are ready for another attack. Magnetic Earth get casted on the floor right here. Severe Razor get casted. Murder Urchin to escape. Of course, we see some players on the side of Apollo hiding. Opus Day will actually go in as well. JPEG wasn't ready for that attack. They went back and they decided to fall back to their backline just to make sure they get more damage in on the members of Apollo and Opus Day before they actually fight with their Rune Knights. Or maybe they're waiting for that emergency call. They're waiting for more Rune Knights. They're waiting for more damage to land on the members of Apollo and Opus Day. But now Magnetic Earth is not on the floor and the members are getting hit by those vacuums and sorcerer skills, Diamond Dust and Psychic Wave. Ignition Breaks will get casted on JPEG right here. Curse Circle will not affect this Rune Knight. I think was not in range basically, as JPEG will be holding this castle for now, and Opus Day and Apollo will need to go in for another attack.
Well, I think they got pincer, James.
Yeah, I think someone from the outside was there, or rather, the members of JPEG who were eliminated just decided to use the flag and attack.
Yeah. So again, this is this tactic, the pincer attack is basically available especially for the defending guild. Again, if they have access to that flag warp, so that's going to be a lot easier because again, this castle is really small, so the people are just basically there. So yeah, that's what you mentioned as well. It's basically straightforward,
Mm-hmm.
so you can easily get caught in between. So
Yes.
let's see. Since they still have 26 minutes left for another siege.
Mm-hmm. And let's see what will happen here in the first day of Golden Emperium Season 4. And speaking of the first day of Golden Emperium Season 4, RKM.King, how about announce the giveaway again to our viewers?
Yep. So again, make sure to comment down your answers. Again, take note of the format IGN plus your answer, of course, hashtag Golden Emperium GGA. So here's the question. So how much is the cash prize for the Golden Castle in Golden Emperium Season 4? So this is for an ROTC merch. So again, comment down your answer. So we have slight change in the rewards. So how much is the cash prize for the Golden Castle in Golden Emperium Season 4?
Mm-hmm. Alright. Only correct answers and those who followed the format will be counted. So make sure to answer nicely.
Yeah, this time around, the entries from our Facebook pips are going to be considered as well, right?
Uh yeah, but we can see who you who commented both on Facebook and YouTube. So
Yeah.
if you commented on one, please do not comment on the other one. Unless we will have to revoke the Facebook Facebook comments. Alright. And Apollo, nope, stay. Going in for another attack. JPEG holding their ground. Ignition breaks. Magnetic Earth slowly creeping in. Bloody Lust on the floor. Bloody Lust affecting the members of JPEG right here on the back line. And we see some manholes getting casted right here, making sure that no one will be able to utilize this spot for the range. We see some Bloody Lust on the floor as well. Ignition breaks will get casted on the front lines, and they are going to go in for attack. Severe Rainstorm will get casted still, but the back lines are open. Magnetic Earth is not covering the back lines here, and Ignition breaks will first target the Dorams at the back right here. Faint Bombs will get casted. And we see some members of Apollo and Opus Dei just holding their ground. Faint Bombs, Spear Dynamo, Ignition Break, Masquerade on the side of JPEG. As you can see, the battle is still ongoing. Magnetic Earths will connect. And Magnetic Earth of JPEG actually went away. I think that Sorcerer got taken down as that emergency call, I think, got casted by Opus Dei, as they are going to rush inside. Psychic Wave will get casted right here by Apollo. Apollo and Opus Dei just slowly making their way in and just taking down the remaining members of JPEG. I think they're not gonna break this castle yet. They might go for that hostage strategy. RKM.King, some of them are attacking. Will we see a stop? Chatbox.
Let's see.
Will we see a okay, I think they're going for it. Only one Shadow Chaser is attacking. I think they're going for the hostage strategy, but JPEG is already there. They might not have a choice if the Emperor gets overrun by JPEG members in a bit. Overbrand, Ignorance, and Ignition Breaks will get casted on the side of JPEG. JPEG just holding on. I need to go to that side. And as you can see, Curse Circle will come from the Surah of JPEG, but that member will get taken out. As Opus Dei will set up their defense along with Apollo. JPEG just regrouping outside. Some of them are going in, just making sure to get a few picks. Again, the hostage strategy, the difficulty is if you lose members, it will be hard for you to go back unless you can pass by the regroup of the owner of the castle here. at the preempt. RKM.King, what's your thoughts so far?
Yeah, positioning actually, although it's effective, it kind of requires more from the one executing it. So again, they're basically toe to toe right now. So let's see if OD has enough of, let's say, momentum and fuel to basically execute this strategy. Because earlier they tried it. Same goes for JPEG, but I guess with the composition of OD for this strategy kind of works better for them. But then again, let's see if JPEG can find that angle again for them to force OD to, to break this Imperium. Because the sooner, I guess they can force OD, the better for JPEG. Because time's basically running out for
Yeah.
them because they only have 20 minutes left.
Yep.
So-
Only 20 minutes left for them to be able to take this castle ignition breaks. Get casted, taking down the members of Opus Dei and Apollo, holding that spot. And now they are trying to run over the defense. Right now, manholes will get casted. Opus Dei and Apollo are holding on their ground. They have been stacked up on this side of the Emp Room, and they will break it as the Emp Room is getting overrun by the members of JPEG. A good call, actually, on the side of Opus Dei and Apollo. But now, this is the real challenge, RKM.King. If their defense gets overrun by JPEG and Ultra, they need to maybe attack this castle twice because JPEG might do a hostage strategy again. So it will be hard for Opus Dei to retrieve this castle. Again, we only have 19 minutes remaining in this War of Imperium session.
It feels like it's going to be a battle of execution. So both sides are actually employing the same tactics. So this is something new to us because in the past GE sessions or Golden Emperium seasons rather, we've seen them employ different tactics just because of their maybe different principles and agendas in terms of taking over castles. But this time around, JPEG is playing the OD playbook. So let's see if they have it in them to out OD. So
Out
let us-
OD.
yep.
That's one way to say it, I guess. That's what I don't know what to say about that, RKM.King. That's your terminology.
Yeah, I think the best to say description that I can provide for GS for the number one. So, kasi this is something new. I appreciate creativity. And if that creativity includes copying your opponent's strategy, then so be it.
Oh no, and JPEG is slowly getting closer to that Imperium, and most of them are moving in. I think their backline wasn't that set. As you can see, JPEG. Oh, JPEG already. They already went in. Maybe they just went back. They decided to go back. Maybe they said, oh, we're just going to go for that attacking side later on.
They are playing the clock, I guess.
Just play the clock. Just play your strengths, I guess. JPEG's strength, I guess, lies in their offense.
Yep.
Opus Dei and Apollo on their defense, since they have a more formidable defense, I can say, than JPEG most of the time. But this time around, it's an even match for both sides. Both of them have great offense. Both of them have great defense. So, just tear off the members of your opponents one by one. But the thing is, for this encounter, this situation right now, JPEG, or rather Opus Dei and Apollo, needs to overrun JPEG in the Emp Room.
Yeah,
They
twice.
need to quickly eliminate the members of JPEG in the Emp room for them to be able to, force JPEG to break the castle. If they have already forced it, then they can just go in. They can just go in and break the castle. And the time is running out. 16 minutes left on the clock. Apollo is the only one here with a few members of Opus Dei. They will try and tear down the numbers of JPEG before Opus Dei, I think, goes in. Overbrand will get casted. Opus Dei members got affected. Some of Opus Dei members got affected by that Ragnarok howling. Apollo just holding their ground. Ignorance, ignition breaks will get casted. That Warlock will get taken down. Flying kicks will go off from Shadow Chasers. Ignition breaks. No rainbow situation right here compared to how we saw it earlier. That purple, green, and orange. But yeah, JPEG just holding on to the ground as I think the wave of Opus Dei attacks are coming. Members of Apollo did their work already. Emergency call will get casted by JPEG. Will he be able to pull it off? And there is no counter. There is no ignition break. There is no counter. There is no Rune Knight in the vicinity. So they are safe from the attacks of JPEG, or rather Opus Dei. They can regroup. And the thing is, in their situation, RKM.King, I think they're just trying to hold off Opus Dei and Apollo. They have the advantage when it comes to the castle warp or flag warp. They have the advantage. They can use the flag to quickly go in. But the thing is, their numbers are slowly dwindling down as JPEG is trying to, push them out. A very intense situation from both sides. RKM.King, Opus Dei, getting ready. They still have a lot more time. They still have a lot of time, basically.
It's not even 5 minutes, though, but it was very intense for both sides.
But the thing is, RKM.King, the castle owner, is still Opus Dei.
Yep.
JPEG just needs to make sure they break the castle before before the day ends,
Yeah.
And we
Just
see
make sure
some of
someone
the
remembers, no?
Someone remembers to break.
check out.
Or maybe they break it in time. They just need to break it in time.
Yeah, but still, 14 minutes. A lot.
They can still do something. It's still a lot. It's still a lot of time. They can do something. They need to keep the pressure on JPEG for them to force them to break the castle. And yeah, basically hold the castle until it ends, I guess. Because I don't think there's another time for another hostage situation. They need to wipe them out. They need to break the Imperium. Then just defend it. If I were in the shoes of Opus Dei and Apollo.
Yeah, but that's what we can see, or what we saw. The emergency call from JPEG was already committed. So they are in a tight spot right now, unless Apollo and the OD allow them to, get it back in terms of the cooldown. So let's see if they're going to attack immediately, because it's going to be harder for them to, to contain JPEG if they will wait for the emergency call to cool down. So yeah, 12 minutes left. So this is going down the wire, James.
Yep, and right now Opus Dei is slowly going in. Yes, urgent escape, flying kick, ignorance. The front line is already down, and I think this will be the call for JPEG to break this. The castle is slowly getting overrun by Opus Dei and Apollo members, and I think they will break this. And now it's time for them to break the castle.
Are
But
they even?
will they be able to break? No! No! They weren't able to break it.
If they fit with it, they break it. It feels like they defended for OD.
But the thing is, it has been damaged already. This castle has been damaged already, RKM King.
Well,
Well,
OD can.
They can
Sound
probably
one of their-
they can probably heal it up. You know, they can probably heal it up. I'm pretty sure JPEG will just rush in and break this castle. But the thing is, the pressure is now going to be on JPEG. They would have had time for another defense. Maybe they could have held it for 4-5 more attacks before the War of Imperium session ends. The thing is, they failed to break the castle. Now they need to heal this Imperium on the side of Opus Dei.
Yeah, it's a disaster.
Yeah, but it has been damaged heavily right now. So what will be the call of Opus Dei and Apollo? We still have 10 minutes remaining. JPEG is slowly going in. Defenses of Apollo and Opus Dei are set. Some of them, the front line isn't set up yet, but the back line has been, spamming skills already here in the front.
Will they get an ally to break it for them? We can basically kick them out of the alliance.
Who knows, RKM King? Who knows what will happen?
Okay, more complicated now, Jeeps.
Things have become more complicated this time around, as the castle holder is still Opus Dei. JPEG wasn't able to break it with their hostage strategy.
They brought Satan Morok now.
Now they got Satan Morok. Now the pressure for JPEG is they just need to break this Imperium. If they break this Imperium, the pressure will go back to the side of Apollo and Opus Dei. But Opus Dei and Apollo holding really well. Steam vacuums. Ignorance, howling, ignition breaks will get casted. No major spams yet come from both sides, but you can see the damage getting taken by both sides right now. They don't have a magnetic earth on the back line of JPEG. They are vulnerable from magic attacks or AoE attacks at the back, but that Overbrand will just spam there, just holding their ground. JPEG slowly creeping in. Ignition breaks will land on both sides. Now who will be able to hold the castle in day
Of course
1
we
of
do.
Golden Imperium Season 4? RKM King.
Oh my. Let's
Curse
see.
Circle. I'm from Opus Dei. Opus Dei, the members that got eliminated, went back for the defense. And now, the pressure is still on JPEG. RKM King. We might see another, emergency call coming from JPEG. I think if they break this at the last, 4 minutes or 3 minutes of War of Imperium, I think this will be hard for Opus Dei and Apollo to get. But if Apollo and Opus Dei will be able to defend this, they did a great job, and I think JPEG just made a mistake.
Yeah.
They made the mistake into not breaking that Imperium quickly.
I think they thought that they have the
Oh,
firepower.
but they have members. They have members inside. They have members. JPEG has members inside, and now they're gonna break. They have members inside. Someone got in. Someone got in.
Turn around.
Someone got in. And I don't know what happened. I don't know how all Opus Dei's defense got taken down that quickly. I thought there were a lot of them. Some of them were still here. But I think they decided that, the castle has been overrun. Let's just break it again when they break it.
Don't tell me they're planning to
But if they're planning to hostage,
again.
I don't think they have enough members to hostage, but they use that emergency call. They're just going to try and
Okay.
hold. Opus Day, I think, still has an emergency call. Apollo still has an emergency call. JPEG is down. They don't have that emergency call, so if this castle gets taken down, or maybe they might take this. No, they're not planning on taking this yet. They're not planning on taking this yet.
Furious. This is madness, James.
RKM King, I don't know what to expect right now. A lot of things can happen. A lot of things can make this work for both sides. Opus Day can still clearly wipe them out like what they did earlier. They're not
Well-
damaging the Imperium right now. We only have 5 minutes remaining in this session.
James, this is, I guess, JPEG's playing to win. So, I don't know. I guess they're playing that thread between madness and, genius. So, it will benefit them if they can execute this properly. But it can kick them the same way as what happened earlier, no? So, well, this is their decision. It makes things a lot better for us observers, but I hope they get the result that they wanted. This is completely out of my expectations.
But you know, RKM King, we still have 5 more minutes if they
Yeah.
don't attack this castle like at the right moment. Oh my goodness. What a complete blunder it's going to be on the side of JPEG. Hopefully they don't forget to break the castle this time around. As the castle owner is still Opus Day. Most Wanted Guild is also here. They have the same emblem now. The spells will go off. Severe rainstorms will get casted. Magnetic Earth on the floor. Urgent escape. They still have members on the front line for JPEG. Severe rainstorm get casted. They don't have that catnip meteorite. Get casted right here. Gates of Hell will land. No curse circle on the back line. Not a lot of members of Opus Day went in. Curse circle will get casted by Opus Day. That Royal Guard just surviving the battle, and JPEG broke the castle. We still have 4 minutes remaining, RKM King. JPEG doesn't have emergency call. Opus Day and Apollo, I'm pretty sure they still do.
Oh well.
This
I
is
don't know.
going to be intense. Will they be able to take this in 2 or maybe 3 minutes? RKM King.
Oh well. Again,
Technically, they still can.
yeah, they still can.
They still can. Again, they still have their emergency call. They still have their emergency call. We haven't seen them use it. Unless they used it without us knowing where it is.
Well, it will definitely an epic finish, regardless of the result. So, yeah.
Oh, now Ultra is also here. Ultra used their emergency call going in.
They even brought their neighbor to defend. Come on. OD, faster.
Alright. 2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes remaining. Will they be able to take this? I think one quick regroup. Just straight up break the castle. Just wipe them out. Break the castle. Opus Day and Apollo will be able to do this. RKMK.
Yeah. Come on, come on.
Emergency call from Apollo. Right here. They need to have that quick attack. Opus Day still hasn't used their emergency call. I guess they need to have that second line of attack later on. Now they're going in. They don't care if there's magnetic earth or not. Severe rainstorm will get casted. Ignition breaks will land. Apollo will try to break the defenses of JPEG right now. 2 minutes on the clock. Apollo Opus
They're
Dei,
getting
ignition
sold.
breaks. Getting casted here
Sold.
on the back line. Opus Dei going in. JPEG and Ultra Poison Smokes. And now
1 minute.
Opus
Under
Dei.
1 minute.
Yeah,
Oh,
1
man.
minute remaining. Opus Dei is still not here. Opus Dei is still not here. And I think that ignition break did the work. I don't see an emergency call from Opus Dei. Maybe they used it. Maybe JPEG stopped that emergency call from happening. And wow, what a battle right now. I don't think they will have enough time to break this castle. But yeah, what a great battle that we have. RKM.King is still not over. Few seconds remaining. And my goodness. JPEG versus JPEG and Ultra versus Opus Dei. Most Wanted and Apollo.
Well, at the very least, JPEG saved themselves from an epic blunder. So, what happened earlier was actually very embarrassing in terms of their execution. But
Maybe
then
it's
again,
part
they
of
were
their
able-
plan, RKM.King. Maybe it's part of their plan. Who knows, right? Maybe it's a part of their
Well,
plan.
You can say that, but then again, we all know it's
We all
But then
know
again,
that's
the
it's a
final,
mistake.
the final decision to not
Alright.
to break it immediately was
Mhm.
kind of ballsy.
Yep.
Because they were able to buy several, like a couple of minutes or several minutes for the time to run out. So it was risky. Again, it was ballsy. It was crazy at the same time. I guess they know what they're doing
Alright.
at the end of the day. So yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy if it's not successful. It was genius when it was actually executed. So well played, Judge JPEG. So yun be the right call at the end, I guess.
I guess it was the right call in the end, but what a battle that we had, RKM.King. Congratulations
Full on 2 hours.
Yeah, congratulations to JPEG for taking this day one of Golden Emperium Season 4. It was a great battle. Props to Opus Dei and Apollo. My goodness.
I wasn't expecting this kind of day one, James.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, day 2 is going to be a different story. We're gonna have day 2 on September 2. It's on
Yep.
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
I'm hoping to see more RKM.
Yep.
I'm hoping to see more. I hope we see a turnaround. Maybe Opus Dei can get the castle next time. To make things a lot spicier. But who knows?
Well, James, actually,
We'll see.
yeah, actually the difference is, the margin is just very thin between these two.
Yeah, it's
So-
very thin. I think if Opus Dei and Apollo had like maybe 3 more minutes, I think they would have taken this castle. Again, they could have not been pressured that much on time compared to how it was earlier. Because the time pressure was getting to them, they just quickly went in, thinking that the defense of JPEG was not yet up, probably.
Yeah,
And,
maybe they gambled with their equal, I guess.
yeah.
Maybe.
Or I don't know. I haven't seen the emergency call of Opus Dei, but maybe they used it or maybe it got stopped in a way. But yeah, it was a great battle. Good use of emergency calls. Good use of the Imperium, the hostage situation, the mechanics of the match. And based on this one alone, RKM.King, I think having only one castle is the key.
Yeah, I guess this is the correct decision from
Mm-hmm.
from the bosses. Yeah.
Yep. Again, before we end our live stream again, guys, with the giveaway, Golden Emperium Season 4 live stream giveaway, all you need to do is to answer the question, how much is the cash prize for the Golden Castle in Golden Emperium Season 4? And comment your answer along with the your IGN and hashtag Golden Emperium GGH. 2 lucky participants per live stream will be randomly selected to win our ROPC merchandise.
Yeah, also the season 4 packs will soon be removed from the shop. So
It is only available during
Golden
Warfare
Imperium
Imperium 1 of Golden Imperium days. Right?
Yep. So again, make sure to buy whatever you need from that because you won't be able to buy it until the next session.
Mhm.
So yeah, it basically refreshes. So if you want to maximize the use of those consumables, feel free to buy it now before they are removed from the cash shop.
Mhm.
So again, James, great game from both alliances.
Yeah,
So
a great day one. Very great day
Yep.
one for both sides. Maybe on Tuesday, September 2, we'll see a turnover of the castles at the end of the session. Who knows? RKM King. We'll see it when we see it. Alright,
Yep.
with that said, RKM King. And for those of our viewers, thank you all for tuning in. This is day one of Golden Imperium Season 4. Once again, we are your casters. This is James.
this is RKM King.
And we'll catch you guys again on the next Golden Imperium Season 4 live stream. Bye, guys.